And Vidi films I would. Where I was taken to, brothers, was like no cine I ever vidied before. I was bound up in a straitjacket, and MacGulliver was strapped to a headrest with like wires running away from it. Then they clamped like lid locks on my eyes, so that I could not shut them, no matter how hard I tried. It seemed a bit crazy to me, but I let them get on with what they wanted to get on with. If I was to be a free young Malchik again in a fortnight's time, I would put up with much in the meantime, oh my brothers. So far, the first film was a very good professional piece of cine, like it was done in Hollywood. The sounds were real horror show. You could sluice the screams and moans, very realistic, and you could even get the heavy breathing and panting of the tall-chopping Malchiks at the same time. And then what do you know? Soon our dear old friend, the red vino on tap, the same in all places like it's put out by the same big firm, began to flow. It was beautiful. It's funny how the colours of the real world only seem really real when you video them on a screen. Now, all the time I was watching this, I was beginning to get very aware of like not feeling all that well. And this I've put down to all the rich food and vitamins. But I tried to forget this, concentrating on the next film, which jumped right away on a young Devochka, who was being given the old in-out, in-out. First by one Malchik, then another, then another. When it came to the sixth or seventh Malchik, leering and smecking, and then going into it, I began to feel really sick. But I could not shut me glasses. And even if I tried to move my glass balls about, I still could not get out of the line of fire of this picture.
Get me up. I want to be sick. Get something for me to be sick in.
Very soon now, the drug will cause the subject to experience a death-like paralysis, together with deep feelings of terror and helplessness. One of our early test subjects described it as being like death, a sense of stifling or drowning. And it is during this period we have found that the subject will make his most rewarding associations between his catastrophic experience environment and the violence he sees.
Leave me glasses!
Dr. Brodsky is pleased with you. You've made a very positive response. Now, tomorrow there will be 2 sessions, of course, morning and afternoon.
You mean I have to vidi 2 sessions in one day?
I imagine you'll be feeling a little bit limp by the end of the day, but we have to be hard on you. You have to be cured.
It was horrible.
Of course it was horrible. Violence is a very horrible thing. That's what you're learning now. Your body's learning it.
I just don't understand about feeling sick the way I did. I never used to feel sick before. I used to feel like the very opposite. I mean, doing it or watching it, I used to feel real horror show.
You felt ill this afternoon because you're getting better. You see, when we're healthy, we respond to the presence of the hateful with fear and nausea. You're becoming healthy, that's all. By this time tomorrow, you'll be healthier still.
next day, brothers, and I had truly done my best morning and afternoon to play it their way and sit like a horror show cooperative malchick in the chair of torture while they flashed nasty bits of ultra-violence on the screen. Though not on the soundtrack, my brothers, the only sound being music. Then I noticed in all my pain and sickness what music it was that like cracked and boomed. It was Ludwig van. Ninth Symphony, Fourth Movement.
Sin? What's all this about sin?
That! Using Ludwig van like that! He did no harm to anyone! Beethoven just wrote music!
Are you referring to the background score?
Yes!
You've heard Beethoven before?
Yes!
So you're keen on music?
Yes!
Can't be helped. Here's the punishment element, perhaps. Governor ought to be pleased. I'm sorry, Alex. This is for your own good. You'll have to bear with us for a while.
But it's not fair! It's not fair I should feel ill when I hear lovely, lovely Ludwig van!
You must take your chance, boy. The choice has been all yours.
You needn't take it any further, sir. You've proved to me that all this ultra-violence and killing is wrong, wrong and terribly wrong. I've learned my lesson, sir. I see now what I've never seen before. I'm cured, praise God.
You're not cured yet, boy.
But, sirs, missus, I see that it's wrong. It's wrong because it's like against society. It's wrong because everybody has the right to live and be happy without being told, chopped and knifed.
No, boy. You really must leave it to us. But be cheerful about it. In less than a fortnight now, you'll be a free man.